Hey champions, welcome back to this week's Sideline Strategy, where we have an expert talk you through quick tips on how to level up your game within SalesLoft. This week, Rob Valdez, SalesLoft Senior CSM and Cadence Master, is here to show you how to leverage SalesLoft's draft with AI capability to help increase the personalization of your team's outreach, which then leads to higher engagement with your customers and prospects. So welcome, Rob.
Thanks, Brynja. And for those that don't know me, you may find me in the community here as SalesLoft Rob. So it's great to meet you virtually. And what I want to show you today is just one of many new features around AI that's coming to you on the SalesLoft platform. We've got a roadmap of AI things coming this year. This one is live and available to you today. So what I want to feature and share with teams is how we can help drive engagement through rep personalization. And we can do that with a feature called Draft with AI. So let me grab my screen here. And what I want to show you first is how we configure this setting. So as an admin, you will first need to make sure that our artificial intelligence is enabled so we can draft with AI. So where I'm at today is in our user settings. You do need to be an admin to leverage and turn this on. Once you're in the artificial intelligence section, you'll see you have a number of things you can enable in your org. What we're focused on today is the generative email drafts feature. So you'll see it's currently on, but just showing you what it would look like in the edit function here. We're just making sure this is enabled for both personal and team cadences. So once you have these two enabled, whatever the preference could be for team or personal cadences is, just save that, and now we have that configured. All you need to do. What's helpful to call out here is we process this data through Microsoft Azure's AI. So what's helpful to know for AI conscious customers is while this data is shared with them, it is not used to train their learning model. So just wanted to call that out as we talk about AI, and some customers have a little more risk and compliance that they want to sort out before enabling these features. If you do have questions around the AI capabilities, please don't hesitate to contact your CSM so we can walk you through those if needed. But now we have Draft with AI enabled in our instance. So if I'm a rep, and let's say I'm working a cadence that was put together by my RevOps or my marketing team, the goal of this cadence is to warm up any stale opportunity or a close loss deal from the last quarter, right? So I have a point of contact I worked with. We evaluated SalesLoft for a few months, and we pushed off the deal until the next quarter. And that was by their CFO's recommendation. So I'm adding that person here to this campaign. What's going to come down to is really just making them aware that I'll be staying in touch. I'll connect with them on LinkedIn. And then as I check in with them, I want to introduce them and invite them to a VIP event that we're doing at Leo Yacht Club here in San Francisco. So Michelin star restaurant. Always nice to bring your lost opportunities to an event like this. Again, to connect over a meal, but also have that time to really understand how we can move deals forward in the future. So looking at this email step, it appears they're making a reference here on a country song. I'm not sure my contact is going to get that reference. I'm not a country fan. So what I want to do is really just start from scratch on this email, right? I have a direct relationship with this person, so I want to make sure that is known in my follow-up and doesn't sound like there's a disconnect between us. So as you scroll down on the step, you'll see this Start with AI button. Quick click of that button will give you a prompt for the inputs that we want to add to this draft. So my point of contact is the VP of Procurement. So I'll enter that here. Again, we evaluate SalesLoft, so I'll prompt that my company name is SalesLoft. And then from an input standpoint, this is where your reps really have the freedom to show the value proposition, include pieces of their history or relationship together, or any other relevant information that may have happened in that deal to really show like this is a personalized message coming from someone not drafted by AI. So you can separate each of the inputs via comma. So no line spacing, formatting that's needed aside from that. And then you'll just notice that there is a character limit. So be mindful of that as you're enabling reps. And then my call to action is, when can we meet next? Right? I always want to make sure there's a call to action so that there's a next step that we're following up on. Once I generate this draft with AI, it only takes a few seconds for those inputs to curate a more personalized message. And with this ability, we're not getting one, but three drafts of what this email subject and subject line could potentially look like, right? So you'll see that the subject line has changed from my original email template. And what I'm looking for here is, how long is this email? And is it something that I want to send my point of contact? So let's just say I'm going to take the shortest one. Looks like this first one. So I'll insert and edit the draft. You'll see I still have the ability here to personalize or change the draft. So it's not just a copy and paste exercise. Again, my goal here is to follow up on this deal that didn't win and move it to a closed won opportunity. So I want to make sure that this message comes from me and makes it appear as such. So I'm just going to say thanks for your support. And then from here, I can also look into, the email content and add additional personalization. So if there are certain things we discussed, a part of the deal that's important to him, things that we're tracking from a field level perspective, we can always add those in there to drive up the personalization rates on this email. And I can also remove things here if I'm finding that this is too long, too wordy. So you still have some ability to change out the messaging. But again, starting with a draft from AI will give your reps more time to be efficient and send out these messages as a part of their cadence. So I'll just save this one out, execute the step, and then we'll be good to send off the email.
Amazing. As we've discussed before, personalization is so critical for engaging prospects and customers throughout the entire journey. So, Rob, thank you so much for joining us today. Champions, as always, if you have questions for Rob, please drop them in the comments and he can get back to you. And that's all for this week. So, we'll see you next time.